Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we are playing Europe Advanced Progressive Capitals, but this is a special edition of Europe Advanced Progressive Capitals because this here today is our tier list Tuesday edition of Progressive Capitals on the Europe Advanced map. We're playing as a green player out of the 4th position. And to be completely honest with you guys, we don't have a very good starting position here. None of my options look particularly appealing. I mean, the Vienna capital is typically the no-brainer, and it's going to, my choice here is going to be associated with a lot of risk and danger on this board. White picks a cap that I'm not surprised that they'd take. I still think I play for the Vienna capital with the caveat of going for Italy here. We see blue. We don't see pink, which concerns me a little bit. I wonder, maybe pink has a Greece or Benghazi cap, and that's why he didn't take the Trieste cap. I think the Trieste cap is probably one of, if not the strongest caps on the board. I think it's a no-brainer for black to go Dynarides unless somebody's capped Greece. He does cap last. I'm not going to go this 2 here in Romania. A little too clustered in the middle of the board. Too easy to card block. We're going to go the Vienna capital. I might get turn 1 rolled by either white or pink. It's a very risky cap. It's probably not the safest choice. A London cap may have been a little bit better because I've got full vision of Noob Corner. And black almost certainly, again, caps in the middle of the board. Maybe he caps up here in Murcia, but I'm not going to bank on that. No, he goes down here as expected. I might lose my cap turn 1, and if I do, we're going to have to play the recovery game with both pink and white before me. There is a little bit of risk behind that, and I don't have a ton of clapback troops to try to retake this. Now, blue's initial start here is going to be interesting. Looks like he's going to go for the turn 1 Russia, so if I get hit any other times on the board, we'll be knocked down to a starting troop count of 6 instead of 7, but even 6 is not bad to start with, as both of my opponents ahead of me are almost certainly going to start with that unless white gets hit twice. So again, I don't know where pink is. Maybe he's directly next to black. I'm getting the impression that that is not the case, but I don't see any of his movement, and I think I would see his movement if he was in any of these other parts of the board. So I do believe that pink is down along this bottom line in this +3 in North Africa. Nothing else really makes a whole lot of sense to me given the vision that I have. This is some of the, despite not having a great cap option, some of the best board vision I've had in a game in a while. So I think white will take their turn 1 bonus here. Pink actually fortifies to the right, which is interesting because if he's trying to conflict with blue up there, that certainly creates a different approach. Our settings for Tier List Tuesday, by the way, everybody, you can see them here. It's Progressive Capitals on the Europe Advanced map. This week, we got auto setup, 60-second turn time, progressive cards, balance, plus dice, no rank restrictions, alliances, and portals are off. Fog and blizzards on. We have neutral inactivity behavior for our series to try to keep the games moving at a little bit quicker of a clip. I'm wondering, because again, I don't have exclusive vision down here. I don't see this Rome territory. There could be a really strangely placed capital there. Do I take the risk of trying to roll up through Italy and taking my bonus? Both white and pink decided not to hit me. Now, I do believe that white doesn't have any troops on cap. That is interesting. I'm not going to worry about it right now. 8, I don't know. I'm going to risk it. If red's here, really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. He is here, but not with the quantity of troops that I was going to be worried about. So we take Italy. I'm not going to take this bonus yet. Hopefully this doesn't lose a troop and we just bring... Okay, we've got a nice 6 cap. Taken Italy, and we start out with a joker. That's not a bad start as long as we don't get aggressively rolled by black or white on black either this turn or white on the next turn. Solid start, though. We've got red playing along the bottom here. Immediately rolls my 2, loses 3 on that. That's a tough start for him. He did begin with 7 troops as well. Did I begin with 7? I only began with 6 because white had rolled my 2 there. Yeah, Tier List Tuesday, by the way, for those of you unfamiliar, it's the series on the channel where we play all of the maps in Risk and see how they stack up against each other on the meta settings. Those are progressive cards, balance splits dice with capitals, fog, and blizzards. So you'll see this array of territory and whatnot, a lot of the times that players play the game of Risk, and this game is no exception. Now, I don't think black is going to be a friendly neighbor to me, but it's entirely dependent on who's below them, right? Because if they have a reason to aggress somebody below them over and over again, as he actually rolls me up here, I don't love that, but he doesn't break Italy. He knows I took Italy. He watched that happen, and he doesn't break it. So that is a benefit for me. As Pink, that's what I was wondering if Pink was on the right-hand side there. He has taken Blue's capital. I believe almost certainly the Pink player. So I think Pink's original cap may be on Donetsk. He rolls Blue. I was wondering if how aggressively Blue had rolled there to start, if that meant his cap was susceptible to danger. And my wondering was correct. Now, he may be botting out here, which, again, the bot outs are part of the reason that we play the neutral AI games, is because I don't enjoy the length, and I think I like keeping the Tier List Tuesday videos. There's like a 2-hour game on this playlist one of the times. That was, I think, before I made that change. But there are, I guess what I'm saying is I don't enjoy the how long and not easily digestible the videos end up being a lot of the times when I leave bots on. And I will typically leave bots on for normal games that I upload any other day of the week. And if those happen to be long, then you get a long game that day. But I really think some people look forward to the Tier List Tuesday videos. And so we're going to do our best to make sure that these ones are as tight-knit as they can be. Obviously, a bot out when everybody's got 1,000 troops, it's nothing I can really avoid. So Pink has double capital and a good amount of troops available to him right now. He does roll up through Blue here. Now, Blue's worth 1 card. Hasn't officially botted out yet. Pink slams a 2-on-3 there, blitzes it instead of slow rolling. That'll almost never win. So my mindset with that is Pink is not maybe the strongest player we've seen. He's actually going to fortify down this way. I don't know that he has much defense up here at all. If this 1 persists here, White doesn't actually have this bonus either. So not only does White not have this bonus, hits me here. Interesting. Splits that back. So there's a 3 here, and whatever he's got. I assume he has it now. Pink doesn't have this, so I'm not super worried. He doesn't have Russia right now. He's going for Scandi. Still a ton of material to remove up here. I'm going to hit next to black, and we're just going to be buddies. Just a singular take. I don't anticipate him letting me hold this, to be completely honest. But I do have a wraparound break opportunity if I need it. He may just break me from the side, leave his cap open. There's actually really no reason with this blizzard here in Hungary for the black player to be nice to me. We're going to lose our 1 over here. But that'll give red the opportunity later on to hit pink. I think that right side of the board is going to be a bit of a cluster. I doubt red. I mean, maybe red's the player down here and he breaks black, but no, black holds 9. So we'll see what he does. He may expand up north. He may try to take France. He may try to take the UK. He doesn't stack any. Yeah, he's going to go for the UK. All right. Well, I'll give him the well played, and that'll be like a sign of like, oh, wow, we're buddies. We're friends. A little good time neighbor stuff happening here. Although I don't love him being up here, but I think it's going to be okay. It does fortify 4 back up this way. If red has Orient, the natural pressure from red is going to expand bottom left, middle, and top right. There's a cap middle, there's a cap top right, there's eventually a cap bottom left when you hit white. So there's a realistic chance that red's only pathway out of this bottom area is a full wraparound through pink to get out into like my area, for example, unless he obviously takes the black capital. Now this is a bad play by blue. He doesn't know that there's a 4 here, but as a player who does not have a capital any longer, you try to keep yourself as strong as possible in one location. Rolling out your smaller stacks like this, I don't really understand. Even if you're trying to keep this player at bay, Oh, and actually, pink did take Russia on that last turn. Was not aware of that. Um, I didn't think he rolled enough stuff there, but he must have missed just the top path here. And that's what he missed out on. 4 on 2 could fail, 75% roll. It does not. He loses 1, so there's going to be 2 troops left on that territory there. Actually, there might not be any troops left there. No, there's 2. There's 2 left on that spot. Black might break that. I think I go for France here and see what white is willing to do. Because show it as a sign that I don't want to break black. I don't want to go for noob corner like Iceland at all. And I don't really want to go for the middle because I don't want to close my cap off. White does have the... I'm thinking he's going to put a lot down here. He does have his bonus over in Spain. Again, I don't think he has many troops on capital. It looks like he's rolling up, though, into France. So maybe France is not the answer. But I don't really want to roll my cap off. So I also don't really want to feed blue, but that may just be something that ends up happening. Leaving red up here is dangerous. Meaning 13 troops. I'm not breaking black here. White has a 5. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave that 3 there. Yeah, I don't want red on the top part of the board here. And I'm not going to irritate white. I'm not going to irritate black. And I'm not going to irritate pink. It was an especially tactical play. He does not actually have the bonus bottom right yet. I thought he did. That makes this much more interesting. Now, I leave blue here because you know, if somebody goes for blue on the bottom of the board, I want to at least have a say in that kill. I want to at least have the opportunity. Black is getting 13. So I believe black actually has this bonus on the bottom. And maybe even wants to play a little good neighbor. Oh, no, black has this bonus up here. We watched him take this +3. I completely blanked on that happening. Okay, so I've got, you know, there's some equilibrium between myself, between black, a little bit between white, definitely not with red or blue, and a little bit between pink, as pink actually has 3 capitals. Wait, start with 10. Pink has the red cap. How is red getting 5 then? How does pink have 3 capitals? No. No, pink. Okay. I know what happened. Black has 3 capitals. That's not great. Pink takes a cap back. I think black has 3 caps. Although he placed a little bit up here. I mean, it's possible red snuck up here and pink didn't have anything defending it. I guess that is very realistic. Now they're on 2 caps. So if pink didn't take... I think pink could have taken both those caps back. There's no way to really tell. White is getting 12 troop counts? Or white took the caps right-hand side and just lost 1. That maths, I don't think he didn't take like 6 territories last turn. I'm just surprised that these guys have the troops over there to do any of that. I'm slightly misreading the board right now, but I don't think he's going to try to break me here. I also don't think he has many troops on cap. I don't really want blue to get to a trade-in. I get, you know what? I don't see a reason why not at this point, why I can't take this next to black. I'm not going to defend it heavily. But he should see that fortify line back to cap. All right, so red was not a cap taker. It actually mathematically would make sense if white took the caps on the right-hand side because he was up to 12, and I didn't see any weird numbers on red or black after that. So that makes me think red still had his capital. We've reduced his territory count. Black has his 2 bonuses. That made sense. I didn't see black move much. That all makes sense to me. He's getting 17. So now I think black has taken what's on the bottom, and we do see the cap number jump back to 3. So that was obviously before red and black's turn. So white has taken that third cap back, which is really interesting because, again, that really makes me feel that he doesn't have much defense on the left-hand side here. But I put 7 in the middle. Black and I are playing kind of a game of trust here, which is nice. He weasels along this way. He could get this +8 here. So that does not come all the way back to cap either. So I know blue is not in Scandinavia. Pink started with how many troops? 7. So pink had the +3 here and then probably 12 or more territories. I know blue isn't in Scandinavia. We haven't seen red capture this bonus bottom right yet. We have vision on blue on a 2 here. We have vision on a blue on the bottom of the board. Now, if he doesn't trade on 4, if he tries to hold out, I think we target him. Pink has re-lost that capital. He may trade in and try to retake. The issue here is that white plays before me. So white very aggressive for the caps. Pink does retake again. And seemingly isn't sitting on the caps. I think that's his biggest issue here, is he's not staying on the capitals. So let's see if white retakes again. Plays off of this 2 even if pink was able to remove his whole presence on the right-hand side. Because I'm intrigued to see. He's still getting 12, so I still think he's got the presence over there. Now, this is the issue behind white's play, is he's so adamant on this. Pink is flagged again. I would not flag on 5 cards. I always think you still have a chance there. White does jump to 3 capitals. Now may be the time to hit the white player, because I don't know that black is going to do it. The question is, do I go up underneath or do I take out the 10 here? I mean, pink's on 5 cards. That's going to be a valuable elimination when the time comes. I don't see any fortifies happening here. There is a fortify from the bottom of the board, but that's not an inherently very strong one. If nobody hits this player now, yeah, I had a feeling he wasn't going to have anything on capital. So the reason I make this play is this controls a path line. Black sees my cap, so I don't know that he transgresses me either. I want white to re-hit this. White is clearly not effectively defending his capitals. And if I let him hold all of that area on the right-hand side, what this ends up devolving into is a white snowball. And these types of players, they get so tunnel visioned on the opponent and the capitals that they want to keep taking that they don't assess the fact that somebody else may aggress them. I think black's going to try to kill pink here. I didn't want to do this because I didn't want to trade in early on 2 bad trades. This give me the 4 and the 6. It does net you some extra cards. It'll leave you on 5 cards on the next turn. It probably puts you back in the order, but it might be costly. He may not even get it. If red still doesn't have his bonus, so if pink exists down at the bottom left or over on the right-hand side, any of those places, then black doesn't end up getting this kill on pink anyway, and you see he has not gotten the kill here on pink. Now, this is the other thing, is if blue doesn't trade here, which he should, because he'll probably die otherwise, we may be able to actually chain again. He doesn't trade. That's a mistake by blue. So he gives away his position here on the right-hand side. White's down to 5. So actually, that's just good to know. Black took one of white's other capitals. So this is very good to know. It means white has 1 cap left. He's also the very first player to trade in, so he's only going to get the 4 trade. He probably can't even reliably take this 5 cap from me. Which begs the question, like, does he go for... I wonder if he goes for the blue elimination here. I think he might be going for that. Which isn't a bad play if he manages to chain that into pink. Actually just took black. Okay, he's going to break me. Does he not go for blue here, though? Hey, he just breaks me. He's going to slip underneath to break me. This is a... Oh, he doesn't even break me in the middle, so he just takes Italy with me. That's a bizarre play by the white player. We still get 14 to start. We have a trade. +2 includes Burgundy, which looks directly at blue here. We're going to put a little bit down here just for safekeeping. Rest in the middle of the board. I eliminate blue. Can I get pink right after? I'm not sure about that. Got a little bit of red down here. And we may as well just knock white's numbers down there. I don't want to come all the way off of cap for this, so 23, that should be enough. And is this it? It is, and there's that final white capital. That auto trades us, leaves us on 5. Iceland, Northwest, Iceland, Northeast. I want Belarus, I think. It doesn't really look at anything, but... Let's see what we got here. Oh, you know what? Let's go. Yeah, let's hit here. Whatever. Oh my god, dude, I failed it. I blitzed. I did a 2-on-3 blitz instead of a 3. That's horrible. Black's gonna get that kill now. That's okay. I'm hoping that red comes and hunts this. That was tough. I just fed that to red. White gets his cap back. Well, I fed it to red if red goes and finds it. Otherwise, I fed it to black. A bit of a mistake there. This is why, and I think they're changing slider dice where I don't have to worry about that anymore. They released a developer update for changes coming to balance splits in the future. I don't think I have to slider those rolls anymore. I was slidering to try to protect myself, my troop losses, but I don't actually think it's a concern anymore. I think he's trying to kill white. This is good for me. If white doesn't have a trade, this is really good for me. Because he's not going to kill white. He doesn't know about the 1 in the corner over here. He is going to reset his timer, though. So he may know about it. He knows about this one here. Oh, he's going to get this. He's going to chain all of these together. Maybe, I hope he thinks that red is hiding white. I really hope he thinks that red is hiding white and not me. Because it'd be nice if he failed to kill in the same vein that I did. If the 10 comes along this line, yeah, he went into red here. And he found him. Well played. I am on 5. I've got a chance, but this is not looking good for me right now. I just almost fed the whole game. I've got to work with red here to try to defeat this guy, and I don't think I'm going to have good enough luck to do that. That is tough. Failing that pink kill was just brutal. Yeah, all right. He's hitting me more than he needs to. He's not very quick. Fortified that out. He's not the quickest player in the world. We're going to go the route of trust. What? I'm going to go the route of trust here. I probably shouldn't. But this may just work. Double Joker. I don't love having both the Jokers. Red holds this down here. His only real expansion, I mean, unless he plays off the 3. All right, how can I recover from badly failing a kill? And again, I think if I had the 3-on-1 blitz there instead of it rolling the singular dice, probably wins that roll. Didn't get the best of dice rolling into here. But I had to try it, man. I should have just put more up here. I should have known that black cut through there. It's a tough 5-card feed into a 3-card feed. And we almost kept white hidden too. I just ran out of time. I rushed myself. That's part of the issue. I don't think red made any substantial maneuver there. We do have a guaranteed trade on 3 with the Joker. I prefer not to use it. It's going to really hinge on what black wants to do here because he's going to get a bunch of troops. Yeah, 28 troops. If he lets me hold, I'll get quite a bit. He may put pressure on red and try to play the 1v1. My cap is locked. He may just take Eastern Europe here and not blast me as much as I think he's going to. 15, though, feels like it's going to hit me pretty hard. Take this. Does he stop? He stops. Okay. That, because this is good. This force, I don't have to trade. I'm not going to take any more than I need to. We let him hold. I'm going to get solid defense over here. Solid defense here. We knock red out of this spot here. Give black the trust. We're playing the trust game. The trust game doesn't always work, but I believe I can beat this player in speed. And this also forces red's card, either a trade-in or a card, into black. So a bonus that black just completed, besides just this one here, red either skips, which is his own demise, or he's forced to hit black, which is what I'm hoping happens, and then that irritates black enough to go try to hit him. I don't think black's a bad player, a little bit slow, but definitely aware of where eliminations are. Aware that he can extend his turn timer with the elimination on pink to then go finish finding white. So take as much of white out as possible because you know that's the end of pink, and then do what you can after that. Now I'm just normal ahead of him in the turn order. It all ended up kind of piecing out appropriately. I don't like white's capital, but I have to keep troops on it, especially because it is a defensive line up from the bottom there. Now, he sets on 3. This is probably aggression into red, but I'm not inherently sure he kills red here. He does. He just took red's cap. So he gets 5 free cards off of this, and we play the 1v1. Not an easy game to win. I don't know why these guys don't defend their caps, man. It is befuddling. Well played. Oh, does he only have 1 troop left? Oh my goodness. Oh no, did he feed it back to me? I think he might have fed it back to me. Well, he should know everywhere red is. Just leave some troops down here. There's no way we had the exact same thing go right back to us. I'm glad I put more troops here, man. Okay, I opened up both those capitals, but he could reverse me here. I definitely have the weaker of the capitals. A card block on these two, though, is basically the same thing. And I managed to keep one of the jokers, so that's really good, too. So now we're a little bit more even. And like I said, he could definitely reverse me here. But I think that's okay. I want to force him to roll stuff. So I understand that it doesn't block him that effectively, but he is kind of... I've noticed his speed. So if I can force him down to as few territories as possible. He's not on a trade-in either. So to reverse me, I don't think the trades are high enough to reverse right now. Oh, he just slams. Oh my goodness, guys. I blundered, and then he blundered right back, missed it by literally 1 territory. I mean, I guess he had to take out the 10 here too. He's just gonna slam it again. Good game, man. Good game to you. That pulls the rest off. I assume he moved them off. I'm not gonna. I don't feel the need to world down this player. Out of respect for him and out of the respect for the viewers' time, I think in this case it would be bad manners. And so we will. This was very much a very much a game of I mess it up, you mess it up, and unfortunately he messed it up second, and whoever messed it up second, I think with the trades higher, was the one who was going to be losing it. I would say probably expert level player on black. I don't think he was by any means a bad player. My other opponents, I don't think were the strongest, unfortunately. Master. All right, he was a master. Good for black. I definitely could tell the skill, especially the moment I saw him extend his turn timer by saving pink until the very last second. That was very well played by the black player. So shout out to you, Caddy the Eagle. This is a kind of a classic Europe Advanced game minus the incredibly drawn out end games that you normally get on this map. Which brings us to our ever lovely image here on the side. So you can see a little bit of Fergus's tail here. This is an 84 territory map. There are 14 continents. I didn't run through the bonuses on the board, but if you want to go back and pause them, if I ever looked at the bonuses, and if I forgot to, I'm sorry. There's a +2, 3+3s, 5+4s, a +5, 2+6s, a +7, and a +8. And this is where the map is. And what I like about this map is, despite the fact that it's got 8 blizzards, so 75 territories, with the blizzards included, that is 36 territories larger than the classic map, with blizzards included. And you can see, even if you get those blizzards and a lot of choke points, it's very rare that you're going to have this map be these incredible 1-point holds. I've seen it before, but they're very, very rare. Europe Advance is kind of the quintessential pathing, card block, etc. map that just gives players, especially high-level players, the most room for expressing their skill on the board, being able to make up for mistakes. So I think if this had gotten into a card block position where red or black doesn't fail that red kill, that there's an opportunity for me to still card block him and potentially still win the game, even if he gets that kill. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see it here today, but it's an S tier map in all sense of the game, because the bonuses matter, but they don't matter too much, which I think is important for a progressive capitals game. Your positioning matters, but you can make do with a bad position. The card blocking is really, really important. It does tend to stalemate when you're playing against all good players, but I'm pretty sure any map falls under that umbrella. So where does Europe Advance place on this giant board? In my opinion, because remember, the tier list to an extent is a mix of what I think is objectively fun, good for players to play, what helps you rank up on the ladder, etc. I mentioned it was an S tier map. It is definitely better than Earth 2209 AD. I think that map is a little bit too big, and the bonuses especially are too large. Suffers a little bit from that. I think Modern Spain's a little bit too small. I'm gonna... Oh, this is tough for me, guys. I didn't think about this beforehand. I really love the Las Vegas map. I think Europe Advance takes the cake as the #1 map on my tier list right now. And I know it's cliche to say that that map is the #1 map on the tier list, but it's the most balanced. It's the one that the most people play. I love the Las Vegas map. The tier list is very heavily influenced by which maps I enjoy the most. I think I like, personally, Las Vegas more, but I think to do the tier list justice, I have to put Europe Advance as the #1 overall map. But we've got some contenders coming up over the span of however many more videos I make on this channel. I think that in particular ones to look out for going forward. You guys know I love Canada Advanced. I love the airship map. I think that the U.S. South map is a really underrated map, so be on the lookout for those tier lists when they come. But in the meantime, this has been the Europe Advanced tier list placement. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll be back over the course of the next 3 weeks covering Brazil Advanced, Canada Advanced, and Africa Advanced. I'm not sure in what order. I'll look on the map pack list very, very soon. But if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And remember, even I make mistakes. Just how you respond to the mistakes that you make and see if you can't pull it off. So if you guys did enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. As always, I have been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.